Hello everybody, my name is Isaiah the Yonko and welcome to the Demon Slayer Rewrite series, where I rewrite Demon Slayer to my taste. Now, disclaimer, I'm not saying that this is a better version. After all, hindsight is 2020, and all this is just rewriting Demon Slayer to a personal type of anime I like. I'll be adding, changing, rewriting, and keeping some parts of the story, and I hope you enjoy. This is the final selection arc, episode 2, Demons, and I hope you enjoy. Tanjiro bursts into the house after seeing his dead mother, his first thought being, where are his siblings? He runs down the hallway to see Nezuko. He runs up to her body. Nezuko! He would put his ear next to her chest. Her heart is still beating. He would hear sobbing from a closet. He runs up to it and opens it. Obito! Tanjiro kneels down to the sobbing child. Tanjiro, don't trust Nezuko. Don't trust her. Tanjiro would hear a creak as he would then question Obito's statement. As Tanjiro turns his head, he'll see his mother lunge at him. He would take a bag of coal and swing it at her as she claws at him. This would claw open the bag, but because of the open bag, she then gets thrown outside the window. Tanjiro would grab Obito and Nezuko and run outside. Tanjiro would look onto the roof to see his mother jumping onto it. He would then look down to see an axe near the opening. I'm sorry, Obito, but I need you to run down the mountain. Go into the town and say you're my little brother. Someone will help you. But Tanjiro, I said go! Obito would begin to run as Tanjiro would think to himself, he's not strong enough to carry Nezuko, so I have to knock out Mom quick. But when I walked in, her head was severed. I'm sure of it. But it's attached now. What's going on? This means Mom must be suffering. Something's controlling her. Something. Tanjiro would think back to last night. There's demons lurking. Tanjiro would close and open his eyes. No. As his mother would leap off the roof, Tanjiro would tackle her. They would begin to roll and struggle on the ground. Tanjiro would scream, no! As he would grab the axe and lodge it into her mouth with the handle. His mother would begin to claw and punch as Tanjiro would try and keep the axe into her mouth. No, please, no. As then, Tanjiro's mother would punch Tanjiro directly in the nose, breaking it. Tanjiro would be flung backwards into a nearby tree, as Tanjiro's mom, with the axe still in her mouth, lunges at Tanjiro. Tanjiro would grab the handle that was stuck in Tanjiro's mother's mouth, and then pin her down again. Damn it, please. Tanjiro would yell, I'm sorry! As he would grab the axe and slice her head off. As Tanjiro cries, her body began to disappear. Tanjiro would look up to Nezuko, still unconscious, and would run down the mountain with Nezuko on his back. As he runs, she wakes up. They both get knocked into the snow below. Disclaimer. Okay, I'm sorry. I know. This is breaking up the flow of the video, but I do want to discuss something. This is what I could call a canon anime moment, where nothing changes because what I thought was in the anime was pretty good, and I wanted to keep it because it doesn't change anything to this version of the story. If anything, I think it adds to it, and I already know that most already saw the anime, so why the fuck would I just repeat it if nothing changes? So, from the time Nezuko wakes up to when Giyu tells Tanjiro about Orokudaki, this will be the exact same. And now we will continue after this point. Please keep in mind there will be a lot of, well, not a lot of, because obviously this is a rewrite, but there will be some canon anime moments I will discuss. And yeah, let's get back into the rewrite. Tanjiro ran into town at the bottom of the mountain. Obito! Tanjiro! Tanjiro and Obito would lock eyes and hug each other. Thank goodness you're safe. Tanjiro would look at Obito as Obito would look up. Nezuko. As Nezuko would have a blank stare and a muzzle. What happened to Nezuko? Tanjiro would say. I'll explain later. But for now I have to find someone. Who? Orokudaki. A man named Orokudaki. I was told that, well, he might have a way to fix Nezuko. Fix her? What's wrong with her? Tanjiro would explain. Obito, they begin to walk. There's these things called demons. And we'll zoom out with Tanjiro, Obito, and Nezuko walking into the horizon. Now, before we the episode is officially finished, so if you're only here for the story, thank you so much for watching, and I'll see y'all later. But for anyone who's fully interested, this is what I like to call the end of episode explanation. We're basically explaining the story changes I did for this episode, but for this episode specifically, for episode 2 only, I'm also explaining changes for episode 1. But yeah, every single episode I'm going to explain why I changed certain things and why I kept certain things the same. Firstly, why did I change the amount of siblings Tanjiro had? Well, I simply thought the amount of siblings Tanjiro originally had was unnecessary. The fact that he has almost 5 siblings and most people don't really know the names of any of them or the girl to guy ratio of the siblings literally makes no sense to me. Also, why would we care that Tanjiro has that many siblings? It really means nothing besides the bloodbath. That's pretty much it, just a shock value. I could care less about those siblings, which is why I narrowed it down to Tanjiro having Nezuko and Obito. Secondly, why did I change it to Obito? Simply because I didn't remember any of Tanjiro's siblings and I couldn't really pick one. So I thought Obito because Nezuko, Tanjiro, Obito, it just had a good flow to it, you know what I'm saying? Next, why did I change the moment of Tanjiro, pretty much the whole scene of Tanjiro seeing his family dead? Firstly, I thought it was kind of weird that Muzan only turned one person into a demon instead of all of them. Secondly, I thought it would be a lot more fucked up if Tanjiro's youngest brother saw pretty much mostly everything and now has a subconscious fear of his sister because of the fact that she also turned into a demon. Thirdly, why was Tanjiro's mother's head removed? Because Nezuko and Tanjiro's mom got into a fight, and Tanjiro's mom actually turned Nezuko into a demon. It's kind of complicated because it's still kind of Muzan, and I'll explain that when we get to that part of the story. But yeah, next, why did I have Tanjiro fight his mom? If you look at the backstories of most Hashira, Tanjiro actually got it the easiest out of most of Hashira's backstories. I'm not even gonna lie, especially Sanemi and Genya's, because Sanemi had to fight his mom. No, he had to come home. Not even come home. He looked for his mom, saw she was a demon. He had to save all the siblings, which he failed to do. He had to kill his own mother, and after all of that, after trying his best, his youngest brother pretty much said you were a murderer, and now, and that's just fucked up. So I thought it'd be it would just at least have Tanjiro fight his mom and have him come to the realization that she is a demon. And what made it worse is that when they came home, when he was trying to go down the mountain, Nezuko was also a demon, so it just made it even worse. And he was actually happy that Obito was not a demon. Next, why did I keep the Genya scene? Honestly, thought it was really good. I think it's really good, especially for this rewrite, considering the fact that all what Tanjiro just went through, now he has to deal with a Hashira, running the ones with him. Yeah, and now he has to go up to a Orokudaki. So this was episode 2, Demons, and I'll see y'all in episode 3. Okay, bye.